Alright, I'm Hayden, and this is my final speech for public speaking. Here's audience members right there. Another one right there. And then the fifth one right there. Alright, when I was a young kid, I always wanted to grow up and become an athlete and play sports and things like that. And as a lot of you probably did the same thing when you were younger. You always want to grow up to do great things and become athletes. A lot of people don't accomplish this goal because they have different things that hold them back, like excuses and such. People use excuses in everyday life to hold them back and use them as crutches to where if they didn't accomplish something, they can always refer back to an excuse or something that held them back. One person that didn't let excuses hold him back is Oscar Pistorius, a track runner from South Africa. He's a man that people can look up to and really follow because he's a man that is driven and he didn't let things like excuses and disabilities hold him back. Today I would like to join you guys in paying tribute to Oscar Pistorius for his ability to persevere after losing his legs, and he's been able to qualify for the 2012 London Olympics to run against able-bodied runners. Oscar Pistorius, he never had an easy life, and everything was always hard for him from the beginning. Before he was 1 year old, he had both of his legs amputated because he was born without fibulas, which are the bones on the back of your legs that support your calves. He was born completely without them, and after his parents consulted with different doctors, they decided that it'd be easier to amputate his legs early on before he learned to walk with them. Shortly after he had his legs amputated, he got prosthetics, and it was very easy for him to learn to walk with them because he didn't know how to walk with normal legs, and prosthetics were the first thing he walked with, so it was a lot easier for him to learn. From a young age, he was encouraged to enter in sports. His parents didn't let him use the disability as a crutch to say that he can't do things, so they let him enter in very many sports like water polo, rugby, tennis, cricket, things like that. At age 16, he shattered his knee and was not able to play rugby anymore. And he began rehabilitating the injury at a sports science institute. And he began running track because the doctors felt like that would be easier for him to recover with if he ran track and things like that. After a few months running track, he entered in a school event, running track, 100-meter race, and he ran 11.72 seconds, which back then would have been breaking a Paralympic record if he was like running in the Paralympics and ran that time. So his father decided that it'd be better to him enter in track. And the next year at the 2004 Paralympics in Athens, Greece, he broke a world record in the 200-meter race and won the gold. And he also won bronze in the 100-meter race. After doing that, he decided that he wanted to face better competition and wanted to run against able-bodied racers. Although he had a lot of competition on the track, facing against different runners, he had a different fight off the track. In 2007, there was a study done on the like the flex foot cheetah legs is what they call them. It's like a J-shaped curve leg that he wore, that he got outfitted with in 2004. They did a scientific study, and it was proven that they gave him extra spring in a straightaway sprint, and that it took less energy for him to run than an able-bodied person. So they said that he was not allowed to run against able-bodied racers, but this didn't make him quit. He persevered through this and kept fighting to run against able-bodied runners. He got a law firm to revoke a decision in a court hearing because it's harder for him to accelerate with the legs, so that counterbalanced the advantage he got with the spring in him. And the court said that there was no scientific evidence proving that he had advantages over able-bodied runners. So he was allowed to run against able-bodied runners in 2008 for the Beijing Olympics, but he didn't have good enough times to qualify, so this set him back again. But once again, he didn't let that stop him from trying to achieve his goals, and he kept working very hard. He won gold in 100 meter, 200 meter, and 400 meter races in Beijing Paralympics, and he set records also. And he worked very hard to qualify for the 400 meter relay in the 2012 London Olympics, and he's also running the 400 meter solo race in London. After years of hard training, he was able to accomplish this goal despite all the hardships he had to face. Many people are mad that he's running against able-bodied runners because they say he has an advantage, but no one claims that American runners have advantages when they come from greater training facilities than people, from lesser-known countries around the world. And no one says that Kenyans or Ethiopians have running advantages because they come from areas of higher altitude, so they run in thinner air, which gives them more advantages because they train in thinner air all the time. To end the speech, I've never heard of a person who's persevered through more and fought for what he wants to do more than Oscar Pistorius. Given any obstacle that would stop anybody else, including myself, he's been able to push through and accomplish what he wants to do. He's inspired me to look past things that would hold me back and try to accomplish big things. Thank you guys for watching the speech.